Hey, welcome back to New Woman Web TV, where it is here. We do keep you in the how to be the very, very best you that you can possibly be. I am Nadia Corinne, and I'm the person that is going to be talking you through this here Tuesday Talk, okay? Well, here on Tuesday Talks, we want to provide you with practical insight, little simple steps that is going to help prepare you to be that very best you that you can possibly be in your marketplace, whether that is ministry, whether that is entrepreneurship, or whether it's just you taking a new step in life to venture out into a new place and a new journey. We want to help you be that very best you, again, that you can possibly be. We are currently in our success series where we are picking up from last week. And as promised, we are going into the Joshua 1 and 8, where we actually are getting to the steps that it takes for us to get that good success that we were previously talking about. Now, in a quick recap, the things that we pointed out last week was how important it was to make sure that you have a mindset of patience when approaching your new vocation, to just give yourself enough time to develop the skill set or the mastery level that you need in order to be competitive in the market that you were, you wanted to be in, or just the place that you wanted to operate in. So now that we have gotten that taken care of, let's talk about these steps. Now, I'm going to go ahead and preference this by saying there's no way I'm going to be able to get through this entire verse. One, the verse is a little lengthy, but then it has like a whole lot of little chunks in there that you will really have to break down or kind of process, meditate on, to I guess feel like you could actually walk it out, because everybody is, a little different in their position. But I am talking to a specific group of people today, but let me shut up and read the verse so we can actually get to that. Okay. So the verse says, Joshua 1 and 8 says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. Then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." Now, it is very important to see that once now we have gotten to this particular place of instruction, the first thing that God tells him, he says, hey, this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth. So the first thing that we're going to address is your speech. What exactly is it that you are talking about? Now, I know specifically I am talking to a group of people that have already started their journey. They're gone out, to venture into the place or the market or the area that they feel like they are called to, and they are now in a position to where they are feeling the pressure or feeling the resistance that comes with every new experience of change. Every time you're going to step out and walk into a place of change, you're going to have some form of resistance, which is quite normal. Okay. So let me just say that is normal. It is not just you. You are not going crazy. You are not like, oh my God, I left my place of a check every week, or I left my comfortable place. I left the place where I already knew everything, and now I'm in a place where I'm learning, and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, right. You're in that position. So this is specifically what the Lord wants to say to you. First and foremost, you're going to have to be encouraged, because this is normal. But two, he said, this book of the law that shall not depart out of your mouth. Now, what book of the law? Now, the book of the law in this particular context was the book of the law of Moses. It was the first 5 books of the Bible, where God promised that you're going to have good success, where you're going to be blessed going out, blessed coming in, blessed getting up, blessed sitting down, bless your fruit of the womb, bless your business, bless you. Then he was talking about cattle, because that's how they did wealth. But he was pretty much saying your business is going to be blessed. I'm going to give you houses that you didn't have to work for or build. I'm going to give you land and stuff that you didn't, vineyards that you didn't have to plant. Essentially, God was going to give them a whole lot of stuff, which is really kind of the promises that we are trying to walk in. However, there were guidelines that you had to stay into. And the guidelines were not to spoil your fun. It was to make sure you stayed within certain confounds or certain boundaries that guaranteed your success rate. Let me say that again. Guaranteed your success rate. Now, when it comes to this uncomfortable position, he said this book of the law, it cannot depart out of your mouth, which means you are going to have to be consistent in your speech, even when you are in your uncomfortable place. And I know how hard that can be, because people, we're going to call them people, to be nice, we're going to call them people. People will get on your last nerve. Situations will get on your last nerve. And it is very easy for you to be frustrated or discouraged in the process of you going through your journey to get to the manifestation of the success that you want to see. And what's very important to remember, that if you are not familiar with the book of Genesis and the story of creation according to biblical standards, that we were created in God's image, and everything that God created, he spoke out of his mouth. And if you are not even a Christian, these are the things that people say, that you speak out what you want. You have positive affirmations. You put it out there in the universe, and the universe is going to help you get it. It is literally the same principle, but it just has different foundations. So what God is essentially saying is, he's saying, listen, you're going to have to watch your mouth, especially in that crunch spot, and the place that can be a little daunting, the place that can be a little intimidating. And intimidation is real when it comes to stepping out, having the faith to do something that is new, that you don't always have, the experience of doing it solo dolo on your own. You're going to have to remember to speak that thing that God spoke. And what does that look like? Okay, that looks like if you are running into a wall, or you're hitting your head up against a wall, or you're encountering some form of challenge, you have to go back and say, okay, God, you promised me this good success. So I'm just going to speak this good success this entire time, and I'm going to watch you manifest. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter how things look. I'm going to go ahead and speak this good success. That's the book of the law that he's telling you. It's essentially the thing that inspired you to step out and do what it is you were doing. Now, hopefully, what has inspired you was purpose, because that is the only thing that God is responsible for supporting. If this is your own great idea, which is wonderful, we all have great ideas. If it's your own great idea, technically God has no responsibility to support that or to provide for that, to make sure that happens. So that's very important. But essentially, again, what he's saying is that you're going to have to talk the talk and speak what he said, even when you are not feeling it. Okay? So that's that. Let's remember that. And then the second portion of this, he said, that is going to that you're going to have to meditate on it. Okay, he's saying you're going to have to meditate on it day and night, that you're going to be able to observe to do it. So now we're on the topic of meditation, and meditation is very important. It's not just something that comes from Eastern religions or New Age movements or just very positive people. Meditation is actually very biblical, and if you break the word meditation down, a lot of the times it refers to your imagination, imaging what it is you see in your mind's eye, and also the thing that you rehearse in your mind, because words actually provide you with image. Whatever it is that you talk about, you think about, sometimes you get those snapshots in your mind, you get those flashes, or I guess everybody's a little different, but you can use your imagination. And what you're going to have to do is, it said, you're going to have to meditate on that day and night, which pretty much means you're going to have to be consistent even in your thought process about what it is that you want to happen, that you want to manifest in your life. You're going to have some level of positive self-talk, not just the words that's coming out of your mouth, but you're going to have that positive self-talk also internally, intrinsically in your mind, because whatever you're rehearsing and playing over and over in your mind, that is literally what is going to show up. That is literally what is going to happen. And he said, whatever it is you're meditating on, that is going to give you the ability to actually walk it out, because you'll be able to see how to do it. And if you are a person who is constantly meditating on your fear of failure, what if this happens? It's going to be bad. That's essentially what is going to happen. So it is going to be very, very important for you to meditate on this level of success that you desire. What does it look like to be successful in your mind? Play that over and over in your head, because again, whatever God gave you, that is the thing that you're speaking, and that is the thing you're meditating on. These are the two creative engines that you have in order to make things manifest in your life. Okay, well, that is, I guess, the gist of what I want to say today, because we got a lot more to do or to talk about in this scripture. But I wanted to give this to you because I felt like it was going to be very, very helpful. Again, I want to encourage all of those people who are in that tight space, that uncomfortable place, to hang in there, because what you're going through is absolutely normal. And God is giving you his guarantee that if you talk about what he's talking about, you're going to speak your own success, and you're going to have to think about it, meditate on it, so you can have the instructions to be able to walk out that place of success. Okay. Well, I love you guys. I always want to remind you that you can be that person that you've always dreamed of being, and you can be that person that God has created and ordained and destined for you to be. I'm Nadia Corinne. Make sure you come back next week as we continue our success series on our Tuesday talk, and we're going to give you that second part of Joshua 1:8 that is going to lead you into that place of good success. Okay. Well, you have a beautiful day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you again very soon.